the dukester. Are y'all here with me? Make some noise. Tonight your feature is Donnie Darkhorse. And I did a little research on the brother, because I didn't know him personally. I had just met him on MySpace. Anybody else got a MySpace page? All right. It ain't such a bad thing. I know there was some negative, pub on it initially. But I have been able to network with so much talent across the country. You can sit in front of your computer and talk to somebody in Switzerland. And it's just amazing. He didn't come from that far. He's just in Connecticut. But, but it's still a great connection, and I appreciate having him here. And his name, I just had to go and do a little research and find out where he got his name from. And Donnie is part of his birth or given name. It's his middle name. But he chose Darkhorse, he said, because, as we know, the dark horse is the one that's not expected to finish, or to finish first. The underdog, so to speak. And they come up fighting just when you least expect it. And so, I'm certain that name is befitting for Donnie Darkhorse. Now, just a little bit of information for you. Is there anybody else here that's heard of Donnie Darkhorse? Anybody? Well, y'all gonna okay. All right, Sid Nations. Don't be scared. And you're gonna learn about him tonight. But just a couple of things I was able to learn about him. He is a musician. He's an artist. And as far as I remember, from what I saw, he can confirm or deny. He is in school, went to school he wants to be an English professor. Is that still true today, Donnie Darkhorse? All right. And we need some powerful teachers for our youth that are coming up. And I can really appreciate anybody that takes on that task, because as you well know, are you a teacher too? You're going to be, see, we learned some about everybody in here. Jay Sizzle. That's a powerful job. To shape and mold the minds and to help them to, guide them through this process called life is a powerful piece to carry. And I appreciate anybody that's doing it. Anybody know a teacher in here? Yeah, all right. Give it up for the teachers. Especially for what they have to deal with these days, because when I was coming up, if you got out of line, you got swatted before you left, and then when you got home, you got straightened up. And for me personally, it happened one time, it didn't happen again. So these days, they're dealing with so much more. They're having to come in with metal detectors just to get an education. And it hurts my heart to see it, because I got a grandson that's coming up into this. And I need him to be all right. You know what I'm saying? Because he's carrying on. All right. So, without further ado, or not, Dukester, give our feature a mighty warm welcome, as only Dukester can do in spoken word. So, give it up, y'all, for Donnie Darkhorse.
Stars and Sharpies, introducing Donnie Darkhorse. Special appearance by Poet Pain, and scored by yours truly, P.O.P.
lied to. Do you understand this now? We're being spied upon. Do you understand that now? Our soil is polluted, our elections are fixed, our tragedies have already been plotted and planned out, our mannequin minds have already been brainwashed and transfixed. The president knows when you're sleeping, he knows when you're awake. The satanic Santa Claus is annihilated our only allies and exterminated his enemies, falsely labeling himself the courageous King Snake. Our leader knows when you're cheating on your husband or wife. He knows when you're masturbating alone. He has his wicked ways of finding out who you're calling and what you're secretly saying every time you pick up your tainted telephone. He caught us attempting to contact our doctors and drug dealers. He caught us dialing diabolical digits for our shrink. He managed to locate our credit card statements and our deepest secrets. He even has spies out there to observe each and every time our inner eyes shed a tear or painfully blink. Sedating with a smile as the hawks hammer stick a lit dynamite into our wounded bliss. Searching the world for scapegoats, but the blind fail to realize that we don't need to leave our own country to locate the real terrorist. They aren't telling us everything they know. Do you understand this now? They're admitting to their own mistakes. Do you understand that now? Your trust has been toyed with and your freedom has been forfeited once again by the poisonous prince of greed and lies. Forced to believe the blasphemy that these criminals claim is the truth while they eventually take over the world and ignore the dove's delicate cries. Our wallets have been raped at the grotesque gas tanks, handing over our life savings and selling our souls, merely for one more sip of that ludicrous liquid gold. The president's personal prognosis and predicaments are preposterous. Yet we still all patiently wait in line and listen to what we're told, while forcing ourselves to fit into the rapacious Republican mold. You call yourselves patriotic, proudly wrapping your feeble future up in a frayed red, white, and blue disposable rag. I'll let you in on a little secret I've been keeping inside for so long. Protest is patriotism, my friend. So the only kite that should be flying high in our shimmering skies is that white freedom flag. Who to bomb and blame next? How about Uzbekistan, Argentina, or North Korea? Let's just randomly select our next guiltless victim from a biased list, desperately exploring each cave and crevice and every nook and cranny in the universe for the innocent assassins, never considering that the White House is the home of the most powerful and feared terrorists. A scar is born on the hollow heart of America as the world police gamble away our liberty and shuffle our country's corrupted cards. Hypnotized into believing that these weapons of mass destruction are oceans away, when the government is playing with their toxic toys of tragedy in our very own bloodstained boulevards and backyards. Thank you.